Let's do a quick review and comparison of these two helmets. So on the left here, we have the SuperTech R10 Alpine Stars helmet. On the right here, we have the Sedici Strata 3. This is my first helmet. This is my most recent helmet. The Alpine Stars SuperTech R10 came in at around $1,000. The Sedici Strata 3 came in at around 300 bucks. Starting off with weight, I would say just off holding this helmet with one hand compared to the Sedici, this one feels lighter. This one also feels lighter on your head compared to the Sedici. Now, as far as the visor on both, you get way more visibility on the R10 compared to the Sedici. You can see here, you have way more of a viewing space compared to the Sedici on the R10. Another thing with the visor, you have a lock from multiple angles on the R10 compared to on the Sedici, where it only goes all the way down and you have to pull it all the way up to lock it in place. Now on the R10, you do have a lock for the visor to lock it in place. Now the Sedici does lock in place, but it's a little less secure, but had no problems with it while I was wearing it. But on this one, you just push the little pin and you're able to raise it. As far as air vents go, you have one big air intake here by the mouth. On the R10, you have two different air vents that can open fully, open halfway on both sides, or you can close them. You also have another air vent here. You can take this out and you'll have straight direct airflow to your nose. We also have a little bit more of air vents on the side here compared to the Sedici, where there's absolutely nothing. Air vents on the top of both helmets. R10 has one single tab here that you can open and close, and you also have air vents up at the top that open when you open the tab. On the Sedici, you have two different separate air vents that you can open and close as well. On the R10, you have more of a design on the side that help with the aerodynamics, where on the Sedici, you don't. As far as the back, on the R10, you have an interchangeable spoiler that goes on the back. You can extend it if you want or keep it short. On the Sedici, you have another spoiler, but you cannot change it. On the back of the R10, you can see we have another air vent to help with airflow. On the back of the Sedici, you have a bigger air vent to help with airflow. Both, most importantly, are DOT approved, so both are good options. The padding inside of the R10, very minimalistic, not much really going on. One of the biggest things about the R10 that make it stand out, in my opinion, from the Sedici is the fact that there's nothing blocking the speakers, so music is way more clear. You also have a lot more breathing room next to your mouth. Now this is the inside of the Sedici. As you can see, more of a minimalistic design compared to the R10. To be honest, this might look like it's very comfortable, but one downside to having all this padding in here is it gets really, really hot and you start sweating. You can see on the side for the speakers compared to the R10, there's stuff blocking it, so the music isn't as clear as it is compared to the R10. And here is the breathing room you get for your mouth when it comes to the front of the helmet. Now, without a doubt, compared to these two, don't get me wrong, this is not a bad starter helmet. I would definitely recommend, but comfort-wise, comparing the both, 100% picking the R10 SuperTech every time. Airflow, noise cancellation, knocks the Sedici out of the park.